did you come here?
Because I tried to commit suicide.
Yes, I knew that, of course. But what I don't know is why you tried to do this. Could you tell us how you did it?
I took an overdose of pills.
100, didn't you?
100, yes.
And why did you want to commit suicide?
Because I didn't want to face anything.
This wasn't the first time.
No.
How often did you try?
Well, I tried quite a few times.
Why did you try so persistently to take your own life? It's a difficult question.
Yes. I was just desperate, and I couldn't face things that had come up. So I thought the easy way out was to take pills and it would be all over. That's what I did.
Joining us, we've been talking to Shane here, who is a teenager who called us and said he needed some help. He's on what you might call a rescue mission, trying to save his good friends from his best friend Craig, who he says is mistreating all the women in his life. We just met two, Heather and Amy, and before we get to them, we'll get to you. Yes.
We're wondering how old y'all are, because the boys are acting like they're 2 and the women look like they're much older.
Craig, how old are you?
19.
Shane?
I'm 19 also.
Heather, how old are you?
24.
And Amy, you're how old?
I'm 19.
19, okay. Has he hurt your feelings?
Yes, he has.
Give me a time he hurt you the most that you can't get over.
There's another female in his life that he says he's just friends with. She's an older female.
Might that be Laura?
There
you go,
My ex-sister-in-law.
Your ex-sister-in-law.
And they're not just friends.
Craig, I got a question for you, and I'm going to put it in a language you can probably understand. Woof, 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 woof. Since you're a dog, I'm going to translate that for you. I'm going to translate that for you. Do you think women are your equal, or you just think they deserve the disrespect you're giving them?
Craig?
No, they're my equal.
No, you think it's a privilege to be with you, and it ain't. Because you're all that.
So, Craig, who is this Laura? Are you messing around on the side?
You was kissing on her last weekend. Don't tell me you weren't, 'cause I was right there.
She's her ex-sister-in-law.
Yeah.
We got that.
I met her about 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I was just reintroduced to her again about 2 months ago.
Uh-huh.
And me and her were only seeing each other at the time.
Uh-huh.
And
But, go on.
we went out a few times.
And? Are you messing around with her or not?
No, not right now.
He'll
no.
never
Well, then
admit
why
it.
is Amy feeling so insecure here? I think that's part of what Shane is saying, that...
I think it's mainly because she hasn't met Laura yet. And
Well,
she doesn't
I
know
mean-
what Laura looks like, and she's just...
She's drop dead gorgeous.
What's everybody
That has
saying?
nothing to do with it.
Let's meet Laura. Let's meet Laura. Well, everybody, you got be careful what you wish for. You'll get it. Laura, you're walking in. You're in the middle of a bad situation, or maybe you're in the beginning of a good one. What's going on?
Well, actually, I'm not quite sure. I thought I was kind of coming here to defend Craig, saying that, you know, he's a nice guy. He's always been respectful towards me and, you know, basically treats me good.
Because you're not hitting it yet.
And that's right. We're not hitting it yet.
You're not hitting it.
Absolutely not.
We're not hitting it. I should have said that.
So what are you doing?
We're friends. We're friends. We talk. You know, he's helped me like on a few situations when I've been upset or whatever. And
how does he help you?
On the phone.
Oh.
Well, I'm right there listening.
Just trying to get some clarification, that's all.
Come on,
so now, are you any reason for Amy to be concerned about her relationship with Craig?
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't know Amy was still seeing Craig.
And why not? Did Craig tell you something different?
Yes.
What did he say?
How did I tell you something different?
You
what
told
did I
me.
tell you? I told you we were seeing each other.
2 nights ago, you told me you were still seeing Amy,
That's
or you
right.
started seeing her. That was 2 nights ago when you found out you were coming here. Before that, you told me you weren't seeing anybody.
Oh, well, one night after we had sex, he got a phone call from her, and he was talking to her.
Let's take a little break, and we'll continue with this. Stuck in the middle of a bad situation. We'll be right back.
On the left one, too.
You know what's poppin'? New Incredibles! The bubblegum that pops in your mouth.
Where's the bubble?
That comes later.
When you put it in your mouth, it starts to pop. Those tiny little pieces go flippity flop.
It's poppin' and flippity floppin'. And a great bubblegum flavor.
So where's the bubble?
I can pop it without the bubble.
New Incredibubble Popping Bubblegum. It pops inside your mouth.
Hi.
Hi, Fred.
See how I make Fruity Pebbles in my Fruity Pebbles factory?
Fruitylicious.
And as soon as Fred makes them, I eat them. Fruitylicious. Here comes more Fruity Pebbles, Bonnie. Boy, I can't resist fruity flavor. What's so funny?
Barney!
What? You're eating up the Fruity Pebbles as fast as we make them. Oh, but Fred, post-Fruity Pebbles cereal's part of a balanced breakfast. Bonnie! They're fruitylicious. Why, you yabba-dabba fruity-doo.
You told me the other day that you have always made every effort not to show that you're depressed. Have you always made it a point to kind of cover up your real feelings?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I guess that's just part of me. When I was quite young, for a time I went through a stage where I was a real monster. I tried to get my mother's attention, which I couldn't get, and I would break things and cry and throw tantrums, and it didn't do any good. And then I realized that my aunts and other people could see how hurt I was, and I didn't want anyone to see, to be able to tell that I was hurt, so I just tried to be the opposite, I didn't care about anything.
Johnny Jupiter, a human, more or less, Major Domo, Chief of the Robots, and Reject, the factory rejected robot.
On today's show, we have, well, you'll see. Oh, I can't even explain this one. It's too strange for me. So here he is to explain it all. Richard, What a Drag Bay.
Wait a second. I'm every woman? Isn't that Oprah's song? What? Shoot to kill. All right. Very good. Yes. Okay. Well, that... Actually, A comment like that might lead me to the point where I say, where do they find these people? Which is a recurring phrase on this show. Usually, I say, you know, we get like the sweetest young-looking young girls up here who look like they're absolutely normal, or a suburban couple who looks like they live in a neighborhood with a picket fence, and they get on here, and they appear to be totally whacked. They drive me crazy. I go, where do they find these people? Today is something a little bit, almost the opposite of that, because you're going to see people here today who may look unusual, unique, perhaps from your perspective, somewhat bizarre. But they have normal everyday problems like everybody else out here. Because today's topic is transvestite love.
Fabulous.
I mean, don't you ever wonder, a guy with a big green wig and high heels and a mini skirt, where's a guy like that going to find love? Where does he go on a date? What's his life like? What do the families think about this? All those questions might be answered during the course of the next hour. Let me introduce you to our first guests, though. Alex and her sister Meredith. Problems erupted in their family when Alex fell in love with a drag queen. Things got so explosive. Well, why don't I just, get to that point. Now, let's see. Alex, you fell in love with a drag queen, but your sister Meredith doesn't approve of this relationship. Why not, Meredith?
Well, if a man is not a real man, and a woman is involved with a man who is in the image of a woman, that personally challenges my relationship with God.
Real man?
If a man is not being a real man and a woman is not being an honest woman, and where do you draw the line? I mean, what's the man is the son of God, and if a man is a son of God is breaking his image as the son.
All right, hold on for a second here. Let me talk to your sister first. I understand you have religious problems with the fact that he's putting a dress on. But Alex, you fell in love with a guy named Mark. What do you like about him?
Mark is everything that I could ever want in a person.
Describe him to me.
He's intelligent. He's very well educated. He's beautiful.
Do you like him when he's dressed as a man or dressed as a woman?
Mark dresses as a woman.
So are you attracted to him when he's dressed as a woman?
I'm totally attracted to him dressed as a woman.
Okay. What was it like when you went out with him for the first time?
We fell in love right away.
So you love this person?
I am totally in love with him.
Okay, your sister is over there biting her hands. Let me ask you this. You say, why is he not a man to you?
To me?
Yes.
Richard, he wears a dress, okay?
Well, if you watch this show every day, you'd find that isn't that unusual. I mean, what about men who wear kilts? What about the Scotsmen? Are they not men?
But they are maintaining that their culture's masculine image. It fits into their religious and social structures. And it's my personal choice, and I'm not saying that everybody needs to believe this, but it's very difficult when it's in my vicinity where my religious beliefs are challenged.
Well, you actually went out with your sister and this man that she loves, this transvestite, and you had a big argument one night with a bowl of spaghetti. What happened?
I don't really like to talk about that night. I don't feel that I was not acting of my own volition. I got carried away entirely.
You were not acting.
I dumped an entire bowl of spaghetti all over my head in a restaurant.
I'm sorry, I just have to say that I really don't think that you should applaud me for doing something like that. I've already...
Hold on! It might have been very dangerous. Have you ever been hit by a meatball? All right, I think it's time to bring out Mark, who is the man that's coming between you and your sister, the man that you love, who's also known as Sandy Sheets. Can we bring Mark out? Now, you would like me... Would you like me to address you as Mark or as Sandy?
Sandy is who I'm dressed as today, so you address me as Sandy.
And I can certainly see now that you've come out here why this young lady is so attracted to you.
No,
Yes.
she likes me as Mark, too.
She likes you as Mark, too?
Yeah.
All right. So are you attracted to women or men or what?
I'm bisexual. I'll go with just about anything that walks by. No, I'm bisexual.
Okay.
I'm bisexual.
You know that her sister feels that you are a desecration, an abomination, and I guess a negation of all that's masculine in our society.
Well, see, my shtick as a performer, I'm a performance artist and an actor, and my character is Sandy Sheets, a televangelist transvestite.
But you also go out dressed like this, too.
Right, of course, and I preach from the Bible the true message of Jesus, which was unconditional love. And my point is that this young lady right here would not know Jesus Christ Almighty if he came up and bit her on the butt. And that I'm serious, because these fundamentalist Christians, they are not doing what Jesus taught, which is unconditional love. They preach hate, fear.
Hold on. All right, I've heard your point, Meredith.
Obviously, I am not preaching hate and fear, or else
You're just closed-minded.
I don't know. Closed-minded just because there's something that represents the fundamental teachings of my religion.
That's not the fundamental teachings
hold on,
of your
Sandy,
religion.
Sandy, hold on.
Sandy is mutilating my religion.
Meredith, where do your extreme feelings about Sandy, where do they come from? Can you tell me, you know?
I think she has deep-rooted anger that she just can't open up, and she doesn't believe in true love. Her whole thing is closed-minded. And
all right, well, hold on for a second. Give her a chance to speak.
I do believe in true love.
She's a closet lesbian.
Please, hold on. All right, hold on. Wait a second. Name calling isn't. We don't need.
That's not a name.
It's not going to illuminate anything here. Why do you think, Meredith, your sister is attracted to Sandy?
If I could answer that question, I don't think I'd be sitting here right now.
What do your parents think about this?
Mother's out there, isn't she?
Mother's out there. I don't know if she feels like saying anything about it. I can't speak for...
Is your mother
up
here?
Speaking for myself.
You're the mother? Oh, over here. Okay. Well, I must say, you certainly reared two very different daughters. Did they both come from the same father? Yes, they did. Do you love both of them?
Oh, very, very much.
Are you proud of both of them?
Very so.
Are you accepting of the very individual lifestyle each of them has chosen?
When my daughter first met Sandy in the movie that she was making, I was very upset. But after
Why were you upset?
Well, Sandy is different, obviously. But as I got to know him, he's really quite a guy.
So, would you guys ever get married? Would you consider getting married?
She wants us to get married.
I would, but Sandy is into his space, and he needs to...
But you would consider marrying him?
I would consider marrying him.
Sandy, if you were to marry Alex, would you wear a wedding gown, or would you wear a tux?
No, she would wear the wedding gown. I would not wear a conventional tux. I would wear something different than that. But I don't think we're going to get married. We're not at that point yet.
Okay. What do you do to try to bring your daughters together?
I try to talk to them. I try to tell both of them that unconditional love is really what's very important.
Does it upset you that they don't get along?
I think they love each other, and I think they have to find their way.
Okay. All right. I'm sure there's a lot of questions out here in the audience. Yes? All right. Hold on to those questions, because there's more to come as we investigate transvestite love. We'll be right back. Stay with us. People here who look absolutely normal who turn out to be extremely weird. Today we have people who might look a little bit weird to you who say they're absolutely normal. It's a bit of a reversal on the usual play of things here. Stand up, please. You are her aunt?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Do you approve?
No, absolutely not.
Right.
I really
Why not?
disapprove
Based
of
upon
this.
what?
Just we're living in a society where it's hard enough to live and have regular relationships, and this is just adding to problems. And I think in this case, he's using her. She's producing a film right now.
Yeah.
And he's in her film.
Yeah.
And I think he's using this as a vehicle.
That he's using her to get publicity for everything, or what?
No,
Yeah.
just to get into the film business.
Okay.
I'm already in the film. I met her after I already got the job. Why would I want to be in a relationship with her after the fact? I was hired
She's going on further. She's starting a career, and she's
further too.
Let me ask you
I've
this.
got a separate career.
Would you have them over for Thanksgiving dinner if they wanted to come over as a couple?
I'd have to check with the rest of the family first.
Okay, all right. Yes. Questions? Oh, I got one over here. I got some good ones over here. Yeah, stand up, please. Go ahead. Yeah.
I want to know, what's his name, Sandy?
Sandy.
Okay. But you
Today. Mark. Tomorrow.
Well, whatever. When you make love to her, what's her name, Alex?
Yeah.
Do you do it as a man or a woman?
As a man, I've got male sex organs. What do you think I do? Put it between my legs? I make love to her as a man, and she is a woman.
Okay.
This is just a role that I play.
Yeah, but you do go out. Do you go out together though, dressed as this
because I'm a
character?
personality in the East Village where this whole bohemian scene happens. So I went out last night as this. We went to see a performance together, and I went out as Sandy. And
Do you walk around? Do you hold hands when you go out and kiss?
Yeah, we're just like every other couple.
Yeah, actually, in the East Village, this is not that unusual, really, I guess. Yeah, stand up, please. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to know, does Alex get the same reaction from her friends as her sisters?
What do your friends think?
My friends are all very open-minded and all very accepting. And
Can you guys wear the same clothes?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you share clothes at
Yes,
times?
we do.
Oh. All right, yeah. Question over here. Stand up, please. Yeah.
I just want to know if Meredith has a boyfriend, and if so, what does Alex think about it? Are you happy about it, or?
Does Meredith have a boyfriend? Meredith?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have a husband, actually.
You have a husband.
What's he like?
And he never wears dresses or anything like that, right? Yeah, no. No. Yeah, I didn't think so. No. What do you? How do you like her husband, Alex?
I wouldn't go out with him.
Right. But do you get along with him?
He's brainwashed. Brainwashed.
By your sister?
He's very homophobic.
they're all brainwashed by the organized fundamentalist religion of Christianity, which has nothing to do with what Christ came here to teach.
All right. Well,
We obviously have very different opinions about
Meredith?
I just said we obviously have very different opinions about Christianity.
We sure do, honey.
So you consider yourself a good Christian, Sandy?
Yes, I do.
This is Giant Worthington Mitsubishi and Worthington Chevrolet, a big, friendly, giant supermarket of cars and trucks. Every car and every truck has been completely safety tested. Every car and every truck has been carefully tuned to run clean and to run right. These are quality cars and trucks. Look, a 94 Ford Tempo, just $79.95. A 94 Mitsubishi Eclipse, just $99.95. A 94 Chevy Cavalier, just $89.95. A 94 Geo Prism, just $89.95. A 94 Ford, an F-150 pickup, $89.95. A 93 Plymouth Voyager, just $89.95. A 93 Chevy Lumina APV, just $89.95. And a 93 Ford Aerostar, just $89.95. And you get a free 10-day trial exchange. Pick a car, pick a truck, drive it 10 days. Make sure you like it. It's Worthington Mitsubishi and Worthington Chevrolet. We're on Florida Road, and we're open till 10 every day.
Well, what did they say about you?
Oh, they talk all kinds of nonsense. You know how we do.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you want to confront somebody in your life who's been telling lies and spreading rumors about you, then call us now. Call Rolanda, 1-800-4-ROW-SHOW, 1-800-4-ROW-SHOW. Let's get them.
My question is to Amy. If you don't see a Rico Suave, if you don't recognize a Rico Suave when you see one, you're in big trouble and you're asking for it.
What's a Rico Suave?
Someone who thinks they're it, you know?
All that.
All that.
But I'm not
and
that.
some.
But look at Shane. Shane is just what he said, stuck right in the middle of a bad situation there. Stand up, honey.
I was wondering what any of those women, especially the one in red, seeing this cocky 1980s Motley Crue piece up. I don't understand.
attracts you to Craig?
Well, to tell you the truth, I like guys with long hair. I do. And I was attracted to him. How, you know, well, he acts differently when he's with me.
That's what Amy said. Now look where she is.
Well, that's what I'm learning. I didn't even know about Amy, the Amy situation completely.
Okay, from the audience.
Greg, how would you like Amy to do what you're doing to her?
Oh, he doesn't like it.
That has happened to me many a times. And
not from me. With Amy?
Not with her, but
So, Craig, how do you explain yourself?
basically I just treat everybody differently.
Shane, how do you describe differently?
Nope.
No?
No. Just different.
No, not at all. What about the windshield for your car?
What he means when he says differently, he means like when he's around somebody that he deems he should treat them right, then he treats them right. If he's around somebody that he thinks deserves his respect, then he'll give them their respect. If not, then he doesn't at all. It's whatever he thinks is necessary at the time.
I don't think Craig is conceited at all. He doesn't act that way. He never acts that way when he's with me. He seems, he's most of the time he's polite. He's fun to be around. And
so why is he getting this bad rap?
For you? Well, maybe it is a big act for me, but so far he hasn't done anything to me to make me think this of him.
Pie to me first, too. Then
Until I saw what you really were.
Yeah, then you found out you could get money from me and everything else.
So I found out that you were a dyke?
Yeah, how much for anything else?
A dyke?
Oh, yeah, you wish.
You and your girlfriend didn't have sex with me at the same time?
Amy, I'd like to know if you're going to stay in this
What a
relationship
liar.
after
Jane,
hearing all of this.
answer that for me.
I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle.
Answer it.
Answer it truthfully. You see how I'm in the middle now?
Answer it truthfully. Why did you turn to Shane? Why don't you stand up like a man and deal with your issues?
Because he's a constant liar.
I'm a constant liar. I see what Shane did. Everything was going on.
Because
Two
Shane-
women after him. He goes, Shane? Shane's like,
Because Shane was the only person in the house that can verify this. That's the only reason.
You know something? You need to practice getting Shane out of it, and you deal face to face with these women and your issues. Yes, this is a question for Amy.
Amy, I'd like to know if you're going to stay in this relationship.
I don't know. We have to talk.
Stand up.
Oh, Birdie!
And so, Casper and Birdie lived happily ever after.
Poetry is the great hope of man. Let me read you a couple of poems here.
All aboard! Whoops! Tunnel coming up, everybody duck way now!
Come in your favorite flavor.
We like milk with flavor straws, magic straws, flavor straws. Mom says they're a kid's best friend, this magic straw can...
What did you feel like doing when you were alone?
Usually I have to keep busy doing something.
Or else what would you be thinking about?
Oh, I don't know. I can't say. I can't say what I'd be thinking about.
What about when you thought about going to the basement and doing something to get rid of yourself? What about that?
I don't remember thinking about that.
You don't remember thinking about that?
No. No.
Do you remember telling me about that?
No, I don't. I don't remember.
What do you think when I try to remind you of it now?
No, I don't like to. I don't like to be reminded of it.
You don't, eh?
No. I don't like thoughts like that.
Not a long time ago, a very extraordinary ice was invented. It was cold and cherry and very magical because when you poured water on it, it fizzed and grew into a soft drink so thick and cold you had to eat it with a spoon. And like nothing the world has ever known before, when you ate it, wild and wonderful things ran up and down, in and out, and all over inside you. And that's why today, in honor of that very extraordinary experience, we call this soft drink you eat with a spoon, chills and thrills.
I got this Tweety Bird glass at Hardee's. I love it because he's so cute.
I like Bugs Bunny because he's tricky. Sylvester!
For 49 cents at participating Hardee's, you can now buy a big soft drink and a cartoon glass that's yours to take home.
I like the Roadrunner because he's fast. Beep, beep.
Supplies are limited.
Yeah, I just got something. I've seen this situation before, and if Craig is treating you bad and you stay there, then you deserve everything you get.
Wait a minute, stand up a second. You said you've seen this situation before. Have you been in this situation?
No, it happens all the time.
Happened to a friend, right?
Just a friend. I mean, sometimes it seems like women just like to be treated bad because they keep coming back.
Amy, first of all, I think you need to kick him to the curb because if he treats her better than he treats you, that's a piece of SH whatever. Okay. Second of all, Craig, why do you treat her better than you treat your own girlfriend? What constitutes that? And all you guys, his friends need to leave him. Leave him, all the friends, all the girls, leave him alone. Let him learn.
Craig, why are you being more preferential to Laura there?
What's that?
Guys, what'd you say? What'd you say? Who said that? You said that? What'd you say? What did you say? He said because she looks good, that's why. But seriously, Craig, why is it that you would even put your... better question, why would you even put Amy in a position of insecurity?
I really have no explanation for it. I don't know. I really don't.
The problem is, Craig is actually a good kid when he's really interested in the girl. Like, he will treat her like a queen. I know, believe me. But I'm not saying it's right what he's doing to her, but I'm saying if he's very interested in Laura, so he'll treat her good.
So do you think...
But he's got Amy on a backtrack, you know? It's kind of like that.
So he's kind of like backing out of the relationship, you think? Oh.
He's kind of just like, I think he's kind of just like hanging it around because he don't have a job. And he needs to get by with the money situation.
Craig, is that it? Are you trying to slowly but surely back out of this relationship? If that's the case, you should be honest now and not drag people along. You have to be honest.
Believe it or not, I don't care what people are saying here. I have a hard time. Once I am in a relationship, if I find I don't want to be in it anymore, I act like a jerk, so they'll leave me. So I don't, because I really...
Right. So, based upon what I'm hearing so far, you want to say what?
We already established this before the show.
And that was what?
That we weren't in a relationship anymore.
I dumped his ass.
We'll be right back.
Sara Lee introduces new individual Danish. They're so delicious.
They're Saralicious.
3 great flavors, each with a fruit or cheese filling. So delicious. They're Saralicious. There's creamy cheese Danish.
They're Saralicious.
And spicy cinnamon raisin with a crunchy streusel topping.
They're Saralicious.
And new apple Danish. Sara Lee's new individual Danish. Cheese, apple, and cinnamon raisin. They're more than delicious.
They're Saralicious.
You can imagine it's the beast from beyond, and nothing can stop it, it's Terron.
We need the command laser. I stopped him. Oh, he's on the move again.
Terron.
Here comes Stupid Joe Commander. Joe's light stopped him. Look, Terron's on the move again.
Imagine it's a beast from beyond, and nothing can stop it. It's Terron.
Terron, the beast from beyond, comes from Command Laser, new from Hasbro. Super Joe Commander, sold separately.
I had stopped work to go into the hospital because I needed some treatment. And if they weren't going to give me shock or something, I couldn't see how I could possibly go out and work again.
There was nothing that you could enjoy?
Absolutely nothing. There was no one I could see that I'd be glad to see. There was nothing anybody could say that would cheer you. That would cheer me. Although, as I've said before, I could still tell a joke.
Even then?
Even then I could tell a joke.
And make other people laugh?
Yes. Because I think the reason for that is that I'd always been known to be a joker, and I enjoyed the fact that people enjoyed me telling them jokes. And it would give them a good impression of me. I think that was the reason why I could still, I tried to muster up the strength to tell a story so somebody would notice me.
And you could do it?
And I could do it, yes, strangely. And then, in fact, some of the nurses remarked, how well I told the story.
And how good humored you were, I suppose.
Yes. Although others didn't understand me so well, and told me to get the long look off my face. There was one nurse in particular, of course, I won't mention any names, but there was one nurse in particular who I didn't think really belonged there. In a hospital like that.
No.
Pardon?
Probably she didn't belong there.
Because I was sitting there, and my face must have been a mile long, and she more or less criticized me for it. She, just as much as to say, there's nothing wrong with you, what are you looking so glum about? And I half believe that. I half believe she was right. That there was really nothing wrong with me. All I had to do was be a man and snap out of it.
And that made you feel worse?
That made me feel worse.
Yes. That's the sort of thing that people would do, or still do quite frequently, when somebody is depressed or looks that way, and say, oh, well, just snap out of it, and then the person feels worse because they think they should and they can't.
Well, a lot of people, say, oh, I feel kind of depressed today. I think everybody has ups and downs through life, But there's no comparison. I had ups and downs before I ever had one of these depressions of which I'm speaking now. There are no words can describe the difference between it and the ordinary ups and downs
that everyone has.
That everyone has, because in these ups and downs through life, you know that, well, tomorrow I'm going to feel better, the sun will be shining, and so on. But when you're in this type of depression I speak of, it doesn't matter whether it's a black of night or whether the sun is shining, whether it's pouring rain, or whether it's snowing or anything else, nothing looks good. It's all blackness. It's very difficult to put a thing like that into words. There's an old saying about this place called hell where bad people go to after they're dead, after they die, that the worst part about hell is not the flames, it's the hopelessness. And I think that is the part of hell that a person in depression really tastes.
The hopelessness.
The hopelessness, that terrible hopelessness that comes over it. Everything is black. Nothing. You can see there's nothing cheerful in anything. All I could see was death. For instance, I'd say, what's the use of getting up? What's the use of eating? I'm only going to die someday anyway. What's the use of doing anything? Because it's pointless. It's all going to end in death. Whether I arrange to do it to myself or whether I just sit it out.
For every car in America, Texaco has great gasolines. Gasolines specially designed to give cars better performance and for cleaner air. Gasolines with one of the most advanced additive packages in any gasoline you can buy. Whatever car you drive, you can trust Texaco to have the gasoline that's exactly right for you.
It was my fault. I knew I shouldn't have left the party. I'd had a couple of drinks. Then there was the accident. Well, we lost everything. We answered some of those ads, you know. We can help you. We can sell you a car. I've never been so embarrassed in all my life. They treated us like second-class citizens. We used to have great credit. Well, then I discovered the Auto Credit Approval Hotline. I was treated with respect.
The Auto Credit Approval Hotline is a service of John L. Sullivan Chevrolet Geo. They employ automobile financing professionals completely sympathetic to your needs. Call 1-800-380-7800. The hotline is a no-embarrassment, no-hassle program that could make obtaining the vehicle you need a reality. Call toll-free right now, 1-800-380-7800, anytime, day or night. Just a few simple questions and the car you need could be yours. Call the Auto Credit Approval Hotline, 1-800-380-7800.
We were able to put our lives back together.
If you're going to be in the New York area and would like free tickets to Rolanda, please call us at 212-650-2060. Today, I mean, amazing what has happened in the past few minutes here. Teenagers in a tug-of-war over their friendships, their relationships, their partnerships. These are folks who actually call the Rolanda Show for help. And boy, lots happened. Amy, you dumped Craig right before the show, huh?
Well,
we got in an argument.
Well, see, let's get something straight here.
Yeah, you get it straight.
She didn't dump me. We got in an argument. And she asked me how I wanted to be, and I told her.
Well, she dumped you now. So now, Fred, you're all free to go with Laura. Is that what you wanted to do anyway?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Laura, is that what you've wanted?
Well, I'm not exactly sure exactly what I want, okay? Used and hurt. I like Craig. I'm attracted to Craig, you know. I don't know. I am. I told you why. I am, but I'm seeing him in a new light also. So I'm not exactly sure what I want. Run the other way. I was willing to, like, you know, see him, maybe start dating him, but frankly, the age thing is kind of
the problem. From the audience.
It seems to me that Craig has a track record. He dumped her, and as soon as he finds somebody hotter and sexier, he's going to dump you.
Shane!
Yes?
Look at Shane smiling. He's finally out of the middle. Shane, what are you thinking as all of this is unfolded right in front of you?
I'm thinking that Craig and Amy are going to continue on as they were. Whether it's behind Laura's back or Laura knows about it. He will continue to see Laura as long as Laura gets sucked into his charm and his personality when they're together.
I'm not sucked into anything.
No, but you are. No, she isn't sucked into anything. No, I know.
From the audience.
There's two comments I have. Really, I think you're the fourth woman because you don't mind your business and you somehow get involved in all of this. And listen to me. You know why? I think in your own way you're jealous of him, so you kind of get yourself in all the business. And you probably run around and tell everybody.
Rolanda?
Wait a second. Let me say something. Let me say one thing.
What is that?
Well, one day we went to a department store. I wanted to get perfume, and he told me to get Tea Rose, and I said, why is that? He said, that's what Laura wears. So, there you go, Laura.
Craig, you said before that you just like act like a jerk and then girls end up leaving. So I doubt you dumped her. She dumped you.
They all acted like the jerk. Yeah.
Don't be a coward. Be a man and break up with the women if you don't like them.
I hope everyone's practicing safe sex.
I ain't practicing any sex.
I hope for everybody's benefit they are.
May I make a comment?
Yeah.
Rolanda, can I answer this question?
Yes, Shane, go on.
1 minute. Let me say something.
What?
Shane or Craig? Ask the hypocrite himself what him and her did after me and her broke up.
He's a better man than you'll ever be, and he's way better in bed than you'll ever be.
That's not what your girlfriend said.
Lori,
Both of you
Tommy,
had
and
me at the
Shannon, or
same time.
Tommy, Lori, and
even funny.
Hey, we're moving on to some more problems now.
Rolanda, can I answer this?
You're not going to believe their story. Another thing of folks saying, doggone it, I'm stuck in the middle of a bad situation. We'll be right back and explain that.
As a little girl, whenever I got sick, my mom always brought me a bowl of chicken soup. Today, when my daughter gets sick, I can give her something more nutritious, Pediasure.
Ask your pediatrician. Great-tasting Pediasure provides more complete, balanced nutrition than old-fashioned home remedies like chicken soup, milkshakes, or gelatin.
I hate it when she gets sick. At least I can be sure she's getting the nutrition she needs with Pediasure.
Remember getting his first bike or going to that playoff game when he turned 5. But those Saturday morning Bisquick pancake breakfasts are going to stick with him.
96, 97.
Got a cold? Now improved Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime gives you the most nighttime relief you can get with a taste NyQuil users prefer nearly 2 to 1. Sweet dreams.
Do not pay for 1 full year. It's the final weekend. 4 days only at the Bedroom. Store-wide inventory clearance. All beds and bedroom furniture. Everything at liquidation prices. Plus no payments and no interest for 1 full year. Hurry, sale ends Tuesday at the Bedroom. America's lowest prices on mattresses. This week at the Bedroom, everything store-wide is marked down with a huge selection of mattresses starting at only $49 each piece. This week at the Bedroom, where America buys bedrooms for less.
On the next Rescue 911, rescuers race to save 2 girls held hostage in their own home.
Come out, your hands up. Get apart.
Learn what you can do to protect your child at home.
Is he there to steal jewelry? Is he there to rape someone?
Plus, a firefighter suffers a heart attack on the job.
All of a sudden, I saw Gil's body tighten up.
Rescuers fight to keep their friend alive on Rescue 911.
Thursday at 7 on Channel 3.
Mom says she's in fear for her life.
He just started hitting on me as hard as he could.
Who's she afraid of? Her 9-year-old son.
I pushed her back, tripped her, and started kicking her.
Don't miss Rolanda. I want to hear about Shane and Heather. Wait a minute. I just got to finish up this last little thing. Shane and Heather, you slept together after you broke up with Craig?
Tell the truth. Yes, we did.
Okay.
Now, can I add
we
one
also
more
slept
thing?
together while he was going out with her.
Yeah. Okay.
This is for Craig. Craig, I think you're one of the biggest sleazeballs I've ever met. And I think you should stop having Shane bail out your sorry and take control of your own.
Exactly.
Rolanda, can I answer this gentleman's question, please?
Yes.
Okay, could you have him stand up so I can look him in the eye?
You can stand up and you.
All right. Now, briefly, what did you say before about? All right, I got the first part about.
Earlier, you don't
in a
mind
sense,
your own business.
I'd be jealous.
I think you're jealous because you're doing the same thing as he's doing. Then you're saying
No, but I'm not. That's what you don't understand. What's the second part that you wanted me to?
You're just like another woman. You run around telling his business. You're just like him.
Okay, now let me answer your question. All right, as far as jealousy goes, if there was a woman that I was involved with and she was crying somewhere because she couldn't find him and he was off with another woman, there's no possible way I could be jealous in a situation like that because that's not who I am. I can't do that to somebody. And to who?
To her. Drop her off 3 miles away. And
all right. Let me tell you the story about what I did to her.
Man, oh man.
Rolanda.
We'll never get to our next group.
Rolanda. Okay, I was at a friend's house. He was with Laura this night. Okay, he was visiting.
Are you enjoying this now?
Rolanda. Yeah. He was visiting with Laura this night.
Yeah.
He told me not to tell Amy that he was visiting with Laura.
Right.
So I didn't do that. She had like a hunch that maybe he was visiting Laura.
Right.
So I went to drop 2 friends of mine off at a local bowling alley, and when I pulled into the bowling alley, she's there, wasted out of her mind, honking her horn, screaming out a window, Shane, 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 come here. So I pull my car up next to her. She's screaming, where's Craig? I'm going to find him. I'm going to kill him. Where's Laura? Where does Laura live? I want you to take me to her house. So I tell her, because she's losing her mind, I tell her to park next to a truck. Anyway,
She whips her car around. She gets into my car. I don't want to let her drive. There's no way I'm going to let her drive.
Right.
So I'm driving around. I'm talking to her. I'm like, she's like, I just want to die. I don't know what to do with him, Craig. Shane, what should I do? I don't know what to do. And I said, look. She said, my father said he's not a good guy. He's not a good guy. I said, well, then your father's right. And that's where a lot of problems came in after. But the point to this story is she claimed after. All right.
Okay, all right. It'll be forever before we get all this straight. The bottom line is that we just had a big breakup on the show, and it may not be for a bad reason. All right, next. I want you to meet Tommy, Lori, and Shannon. Who's stuck in the middle of what bad situation?
I'm stuck in the middle because Tommy, I've known him since I've been 2 years old. He's been my best friend my whole life. In the last year or so, he's been dating Lori. He's engaged to her now. I haven't got to do a whole lot of guy things with him, such as, play basketball, Lori's up there going, thank you. Lori, you know something, Lori, when you walked out here, but check it out, did you see the, wait a minute now, because Lori had this look on her face and she sat down. And what you were saying is, thank you, thank you, thank you. You feel like you're stuck in the middle of a bad situation, I bet.
Yeah, because this is an everyday thing with Shannon. He and his girlfriend moved in right next to us. There were two houses side by side that were for rent. We moved into ours, and Tommy had to tell Shannon there was a house next door. I didn't want him to because I knew there was going to be this problem. But I said, well, Cindy will be over there. That'll be a girlfriend for me. Mm-hmm. So that's fine. So they moved in. And we all work a lot. Tommy goes to school and works. And so the free time the time that he has, that's
always with you. Always.
And that's the way I want it.
That's his fiance. Tommy, do you understand what Shannon is going through, or how do you deal with this?
I see what he's saying because we used to spend a lot of time together, but we don't anymore. But also, we're grown up now. I mean, we're going on with our lives.
Yeah. What you just said was the reality of it. You've grown up now.
Women come and go, and friendship is forever, right?
I know that.
So what do you think, audience? What do you think? Come on.
You have to have respect. You have to have respect for his woman.
I respect her. I like her. She's a nice girl. Mm-hmm. But Lori, she dominates Tommy. Anytime Tommy wants to do anything, when I direct a comment to Lori, can Tommy play basketball tonight? I look at Lori, can Tommy play basketball tonight? and Lori's like, looks at Tommy like, no, you're not playing ball tonight.
Has it started affecting your relationship, Lori and Tommy?
No, I mean, it does because every time her and Shannon are around each other, they get riled up. And they just start getting each other aggravated. They used to not get along at all because she just doesn't trust him just because she really didn't know him. She just knew what kind of reputation. She heard a lot of bad things about him, but she really doesn't know. And they weren't getting along. But now that she's finally getting to meet him, and get to know him better, they're getting along a lot better.
Like I say, I have no problem with Lori. I like her as a person, but there's got to be
backstage. You said she was a and you couldn't stand her.